Good morning, students. In this video, I'm explaining about how to revise lesson 5 sound. What is our lesson 5 sound? So, what are the main points in this topic we'll discuss? First, how does sound produces? When your body vibrates, then it produces a sound. From this, a vibrating body produces a sound. For example, if you take a bell and ring the bell, it produces a sound. When the bell is ringing, you touch that bell, then immediately it stops producing sound. So when a vibrate from this we came to know that a vibrating body produces a sound. And sound has energy. For this we have one activity. For this we have to take one plastic bottle and cut up to that neck and take one cell phone and keep that volume high and give a ring to that cell phone so that it produces sound, high sound. Then that cell phone you have to place it in the bottle, then cover that bottle with the balloon layer by using the rubber band, and on that you spread with either the sugar crystals or the salt crystals or any sand particles. When the phone ringing or when the cell is making sound, then this particle starts dancing. So from this activity, and the second one you stop that volume in the cell phone, then you observe whether the crystals or the sugar crystals or the sand particles are dancing or not. So when the phone is vibrating, then it produces energy. Due to that energy, these particles are dancing. From this activity, you can prove that sound has energy. Now we will discuss about the types of musical instruments. Generally, there are different types of musical instruments. In our textbook, we have only the three types: stringed instruments, air column instruments, and membrane instruments. Stringed instruments means when you plug that string, it vibrates and produces a sound. And this you can see in veena, guitar, sitar, etc. Air column instruments, flute and clarinet. In that, if you blow air, in that we have the air columns. So when you change these air columns by using our fingers, then it produces a different intensity of sounds. And the next last one is the membrane instruments. Membrane means this animal's skin is used for these instruments, and you can observe in tabla, mridangam and all. And in these musical instruments, inside of the body is hollow, and when it produces a sound, even that hollow body also means in that air particles also vibrates and produces sound. Next we have jaltarang. So jaltarang means if you take a different same length of the vessels with the different levels of water, and when you make that sound by that vessels, you can get different kinds of sounds. From this you can observe the changes of sounds. Now coming to the sound produced by human beings. For that we have to know about the larynx or voice box. So sounds humans can produce by the sound by using voice box or a larynx. So larynx has two muscular ligaments that is known as vocal cords. So through vocal cords, the human can produce a sound. So these vocal cords, sometimes it open and sometimes it is closed. When the vocal cords are closed, then we can speak. When the vocal cords are open, it allows the air to, when you take the air breathe, then the air enters into the lungs. At that time, the vocal cords are open. When you speak, then these vocal cords are closed and the air inside that vocal cords to the lungs vibrate and it produces sound. This length of vocal cords are different in men's, women's, and children. For men, it is nearly 20 millimeters, and in women, it is 5 millimeters less, and even in the children, it is very short. Due to that, the sound produced by men, women, and children are different. Now, will propagation of sound. Sound travels in all the three different media: solids, liquids, and in gases. Here, this is the example that sound travels in solids. Even this also, this is the example, and this is also one more example that sound travels in solids. Sound travels in liquids and gases also. Gases means air. So, when you compare the velocity of sound in solids, liquids, and gases, the velocity of sound in solids is greater than liquids than gases, means in air. And one more point, for the propagation of sound, it requires a material medium. Absence of that medium, sound does not travel. See, in the sun, it produces, the gases are burning and explosions are taking place, but we cannot hear that sounds. Why? Because for the propagation of sound, it requires a medium. So here there is a vacuum. No material medium is there to transfer the sound, to propagate the sound. Here on the earth, we have a air medium. Due to that reason, sound travels or propagating in different media. Here in this activity, you have to know about that for the propagation of sound, it requires a material medium. Means through vacuum, sound does not travel. For this, you have to take a glass tumbler or otherwise a plastic tumbler. In that, you place a cell phone and make it a cell phone and give a call. Play that ringtone of the mobile and observe the volume of the cell phone and close the lid. And by using the vacuum cleaner, slowly you reduce the air which is present inside the glass tumbler. Then when there is absence of air in the glass tumbler, you cannot hear that sound produced by the cell phone. So from this activity, we can prove that sound requires a material medium for its propagation. Next, we have to discuss about the structure of eardrum. See, this I clearly explained in one video, so refer that video and you can easily understand. Next, we have to discuss about the characteristics of sound. So there are different characteristics of sound: loudness, feebleness, and amplitude, time period, frequency, quality, and pitch. So first we'll discuss about the amplitude. What is amplitude? Here you see, when your body vibrates, first initially the body is at a rest position. Where it is in the rest position, from that it starts vibrating. So the rest position is known as mean position. From that it starts vibrating. When it is vibrating, sometimes it covers the maximum displacement. So the maximum displacement of a vibrating body is known from its mean position is called amplitude. Here you see left and right. Left side it has more displacement and right side it has less displacement. So amplitude is more on the left side. What is vibration? What is vibration? When your body vibrates, it starts moving from up and down or to and fro motions. So the to and fro motions of your body from its mean position is known as one vibration. See, from here, this is the mean position. From this mean position, the body starts vibrating It moves one extreme position and comes to the mean position, and from this mean position it moves another extreme position, and from this extreme position to it again comes to the mean position. Then this is known as one vibration. This is known as one vibration. Next, mean position. Mean position means the initial position of your body is known as mean position. Next, frequency. What is frequency? The number of vibrations per second is known as frequency. So, in 1 second, the number of vibrations per second means in 1 second, how many number of vibrations are produced by a body or made by a body is known as its frequency. Always frequency is measured in hertz. Next, pitch. What is pitch? The shrillness of a sound is known as pitch. The shrillness of a sound is known as pitch. The pitch of sound, it depends upon its frequency. If the frequency is more, pitch is more. If the frequency is less, pitch is less. If the pitch is less, then the sound produced is low. Next, time period. What is time period? Time period is nothing but the number of vibrations produced by a body in 1 second. The number of vibrations produced by a body in 1 second is known as time period, and it is measured in seconds. Here one more question. What are the parts of speech organ which are involved in producing sounds? Vocal cords, lips, teeth and tongue, nose and throat. Now coming to the types of sounds. There are two types of sounds, noise and music. What is music? When the sound produced by a body is pleasant to hear is known as music. In this music, the combination of sounds produced in an order. The combination of sounds are produced in an order. So due to that reason, the sound is pleasant to hear. Such sounds are known as musical sounds. So generally that songs, the sound produced by the musical instruments are the examples. Now coming to the noise. They are unpleasant to hear, and the combinations of sounds produced by a body are not in an order. The example, when anyone shouts or horns by the vehicles, all comes under noise. Next, based on the intensity of the sound, there are two types of sounds. First, the intensity of the sound is measured in decibels. The intensity of the sound, very important bit, or the loudness of sound is measured in decibels. The abbreviation for that is D and B, capital B. Based on the intensity of the sound, we have two types, audible sound and inaudible sound. See, audible means you can hear the sounds greater than 20 vibrations per second and less than 20,000 vibrations per second. So in this range we can hear any sound. So such sound is known as audible sound, and we can call vibrations per second is known as hertz. Next, inaudible sound means less than 20 vibration, 20 hertz, and more than 20 hertz. We cannot hear the sound. Such sound is known as inaudible sound. That is known as inaudible sound. Generally, when we communicate, the sound is in between. The conversation is about 60 decibels. If the sound is exceeds 80 decibels, the sound becomes painful. The sound becomes painful. And if a person is exposed to the sound of 80 decibels continuously, then it may lead to the hearing problem. So what are the effects of sound pollution? You all know about the sound pollution. Sound pollution means nowadays we have air pollution, water pollution, like that. We have to face one more problem is sound pollution from the horns of the vehicles and musical instrument, from the functions, parties, and the aircrafts, all these are producing the sound pollution to us. Due to this, what are the effects we have to face? The first one is loss of hearing. Next one is sleepiness and increase in the blood pressure. Next one is hypertension. Important question this. What are the effects of sound pollution? Very important question. Next, so how to avoid this sound pollution? You cannot avoid it, but you can minimize that. So, what are the measures to control the sound pollution? What are the measures to control the sound pollution? So, first, attach silencers to bikes and other machines to reduce sounds. And manufacture machines that work with less noise. During the use of TVs and the music players, tone down the volume of sound. Plant trees to reduce sound pollution. So, this is about the revision of lesson sound. Prepare well and try to answer for each question. Thank you.